Students should not have to make the decision between do I eat today or do I continue my education? Do I pay for my tuition or do I pay for my rent? And so even though we may not be able to do it on a consistent basis, we are able to alleviate some of the stress in those decisions that they have to make. So we like to say we try to remove those barriers that they are just met on a daily basis. And it gives them an opportunity to figure out, how can I surpass this issue that I'm having right now?
El Centro is basically our basic needs center, and it provides like a place for students to get housing support, food, like necessities. In addition, we also provide like small things like mini grants, laptop loans. If you need an emergency card for gas or for Safeway, those are usually what we do.
I have two functions. First part of my role is supporting the basic needs services, and I also am the Fresh Success Program Specialist. So students who receive CalFresh benefits and that are eligible for our program, I manage their support as well.
I think El Centro is important for one main reason. I think a lot of us that have gone through college have experienced a lot of the basic needs, necessities. Unfortunately, we never had somebody that we could talk to about. And these services that we're offering are essential. All of us have needed food at some point. We've all needed help with paying rent, or because we moved out or got kicked out, right? These are like essential things that allow us to either be a successful student or you're gonna fall apart and wither away. You know, I had the experience of going through that, and honestly, I beat the statistics, right? But that was pure chance. It shouldn't be about chance. It should be because this is something that is a necessity and that we all can succeed. And so anybody that's struggling should have that opportunity to get those services.
So El Centro offers a number of services. So food insecurity is a major one. We offer rental assistance. We offer we offer mini grants specifically used to support students that may need transportation assistance, clothing, hygiene. So there's a number of things. There's a monetary side, there's food, and there's housing as well.
With food insecurity, what we're referring to is called the Mercado and the food pantry. The food pantry is located in the Hollister campus, and then Mercado is here on the Gilroy campus. And basically, essentially, they offer the same things. You're able to get a family bag, and that is something that you're able to pick up on your own. In addition, you're able to access 2 snacks per day. You're also able to get CalFresh application assistance. A lot of people don't know what that is, and that's actually a service that is available to students majority of the time because of the degrees that they're pursuing or because they're a student worker themselves. And so basically these things are offered all through these 2 areas. Obviously there is the meal card and you could get all of the information there. But if in the future we weren't to offer that, luckily that we do have as a backup these other services.
The next would be the mini grants, because that also goes towards hygiene and transportation, clothing items, just basic needs. We try not to limit students to what they may need or be kind of forward in thinking what they may need, so we kind of leave it to them with the mini grant or the Visa card that we give to our non-credit students.
We've made it easier for students to actually do the basic needs referral. And the reason why we do the referral standard, we have everything we offer, and we really don't put the weight on the students about eligibility, but if we do an overall, a student has to have 6 units or more in order to be eligible for the monetary support that El Centro offers. And that's including the meal card, the mini grants, the ATF cards, all of that fun stuff, the rental assistance. But if we're looking at food, that doesn't really have a requirement. You just have to be a community member or a student, and you're able to go to the food pantry or El Mercado in order to access those services.
We like to take a look at, we do this thing of a 3-month budget, right? When we're looking for services like rental assistance. We want to see where you're at. We want to see what happened the prior month to see if we see that there's a projection of what can be anticipated for the coming months. And if we can intervene during that time as well. potentially not with rental every month, but maybe with other services that we can offer. So I really feel as if we are here to help remove those barriers as much as we can, right? 1 month at a time, 1 day at a time, 1 semester at a time.
A lot of students think that you have to be in dire need. You don't. You don't need to be in dire need to actually get majority of our services. We do low-hanging fruit such as the mini grants and the ATF, because that's something you could use for your school supplies. You could use that to buy clothing because you know what? You've been putting everything into paying for rent and other stuff, and you forgot to buy t-shirts for yourself. You know, like these are things that you essentially do need, but they're not a top priority. And so you don't have to be in need to come to El Centro. We connect you to pretty much anything on campus as well. So a lot of students come and ask us where the buildings are at, right? Or if they know about any other program on campus that would able to help them with their bus tokens or whatever it is that they need. We're just trying to actually make it easier for students to navigate their time here. And that's really what I wish students would know as a Centro, and not just about needing basic needs.